What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the Den Show. I am your host, Ed Honcho. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful evening. Hope all is well in your lives. There we go. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about some things, right? We're going to talk about the topic that I hear often, right? And sometimes I wonder, are the statements being made around it accurate? Is it, some more of that rhetoric we tend to hear nowadays, the wokeness? And what I'm talking about is whether or not black women are the most neglected, and there's actually a statement from Malcolm X, I believe. Most neglected, disrespected, unprotected, something in that order, right? I think it might have been disrespected, neglected, unprotected. I don't know, whatever. It really doesn't matter. And, kind of my thoughts on this. But what I'm saying today may be a bit of a shorter stream because as I tell y'all know, if you are in the Discord especially, I mash and dash. I be mashing and dashing for high-priced fashion. That's absolutely not true. But I do mash and dash, and so they do got a little bonus going on tonight, and I like to take advantage of that when I have the opportunity. It makes it very worthwhile. So we might have about an hour. We'll see how things go. Maybe a little bit longer, but we'll see how that is. Make sure I don't burn anything down. All right, so let's see what we got. Join us, man. Let's get into some good conversation. And, of course, it's going to be entertaining at the very least. Shout out to the lovely Miss Sarah. How are you doing? Shout out to Dre. Dre, always good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Shout out to Mr. Dre. Heidi, the hidden tiger that got sent to, the wildlife preserve. Appreciate the love. Shout out to Strong and Grand. I appreciate the love, man. The super chat says, this is for the upcoming legal fees necessary for the defamation. How much for Ben Crowder? Definitely. He'll be the one suing the nigga, goddamn. Conservative thinker, what's the motherfucking deal? John, what's the motherfucking deal? I need to holler at you, John. We definitely need to holler at Mr. John. Jason S., what's the motherfucking deal? The lovely Miss D the Gamma, how are you doing this evening? Vince, what's the motherfucking deal? Good. We got Heidi out of here. She left. Took too long. All right, cool. Let me talk bad about her. The lovely Miss Shannon Jones Balin, what's the motherfucking deal? Only one lie. How are you doing this evening, ma'am? I hope all is well. Like I said, Cayman James, what's the motherfucking deal? Make sure you hit that like button. Couple of things we got to talk about, right? And so, y'all know I likes the Twitters. I likes to be in the Twitter sphere. And I saw something. I can't remember if it was today or I'll be getting my days mixed up. I can't remember if it was today, yesterday, whatever. Really doesn't matter. But it was this lady, and again, when you take things out of context, we see what happens when you do that. That you can say anything, and right, people will get all behind you, they'll get all enraged. But a lot of people, get emotional behind this shit. Let me find the proper message exactly. Now, this woman here. I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to read the message first, and then I'm going to tell you why she said what she said. But this is going to go into the unprotected, disrespected, neglected. But this is more of a woman feeling disrespected, right? This is a black woman, and she made a statement. And I want to know, after I read this statement, it's not very long, how many of you have had this experience in your life? And if you have had this experience, y'all know how we go. 0 for no. 1 for yes. We use the binary code in here. We don't believe in non-binary voting. I'm going to get canceled. I'm not even on. I'm going to get canceled. But anyway, so this is what she says. Minding my own business shopping, and a middle-aged white woman asked me if I worked there. When I looked at her blankly and answered back in a deadpan voice, no, she giggled it off and said, I was just wondering where to put this shirt back. But I'm a bad person if I go off. What's the motherfucking deal, Professor Trill? These are the problems that most black women are complaining about today. This is the oppression that they're receiving. Now, she didn't say what she could have been wearing. She didn't say what store it could have been. Because I've had incidents where people have asked me stuff and then somebody even replied, being tall, people ask you to get stuff for them off the top shelf. That's the real oppression. I don't work for free. But it's been times, I've realized like somebody asked me something, I'm like, oh, I do have on a red polo shirt. I am in Target, like things happen, right? And then people got on the profile, on the message, said, white people on there, well, of course white people will come here and say, oh, it happens to them too. Like, duh, it happens to fucking everybody. But you got certain black women who think this is exclusive to them. So I just want to know if y'all have ever had that happen to you. If you have, if you've ever been mistaken for a store worker, 0 for no, 1 for yes. But getting back to that statement, right? Disrespected, neglected, unprotected. And, back in the day, you would have asked me this maybe a couple of months ago, maybe a couple of years ago. I'd say, no, you're just complaining, saying crazy stuff. But I thought about it today. I really thought about it today. And black women are, by far, the most disrespected, the most neglected, and the most unprotected. And I'm going to explain why. Why this is happening, right? Now, there's always a saying, or there's a saying that says two things can be true. I'm going to go on the other end and say that I also believe black women are the most disrespectful, the most neglectful, and well, it's hard to protect something that abandons its post, the mission, or the area of protection, or whatever you want to call it, right? It's very difficult. Like Trill said a while back, it's hard to corral a herd of cats, right? And so I think a lot of these issues become, and they exist, and the majority of them are the fault of the black woman. So I believe these things are true, that they are disrespected, neglected, and unprotected. But a lot of it because of their own fault. And a lot of it because of the shit they do these days, right? Disrespected. Disrespected by who? Who disrespects black women more than black women? When a black woman doesn't look a certain way, you're too skinny. Big black women say you ain't sick, you're unhealthy. Wear your natural hair. White people don't give a fuck about you wearing your natural hair. Who talks shit about you being nappy? Other black women. When something goes AWOL, whenever something goes right, where are the gossip blogs? Like, who is the most active on these gossiping sites and these other places where women herd together, I guess? It's black women. Black Twitter is black women and structurally weak-wristed men. You know where? Now, am I wrong? Right? Or do most black women get their slang from gay black men? Like, I'm wondering, like, do you ever notice that? Why is there a crossover? Who did it? Is it the gay black men taking it from the black women? Or is it black women taking gay slang and applying it, right? And then all of a sudden, it becomes black culture, right? I mean, y'all let the structurally weak-wristed man have a say-so. Exactly, right? So, so just like, man, you stop promoting this degree. Yeah, hold on, what is Heidi talking about? I thought she left. We were going to talk bad about Heidi in a few minutes. And said, listen to any rap music? But who's shaking their ass to that? Black men aren't dancing to it. Who gets on the floor and shakes their ass to that shit? Do the splits, get half naked, do all of these things. So, if that crowd is buying it, wouldn't it be smart business to keep making that kind of music? I don't know. Just my thoughts. The most neglected. There was a point in time where families were strong in the black community. it's super funny because you have a lot of these wokety woke women nowadays who don't even like men, who don't want anything to do with men, who've crossed over to the other side. And, they want to dismantle the idea of the nuclear family as patriarchy, right? A lot of times they'll bring up these points about slavery and how families were torn apart. You don't really give a fuck about that. Y'all don't want families to be together now. But there was a time when families were strong, especially right after slavery, when they weren't getting broken up, people were staying together. Then things happened, and we all know, of course, presidents come along, they pass policies, and certain people adopt these policies in mass. And instead of having, a real man, you have a government man or a government daddy, right? And government daddy makes you feel like you're independent. Somehow. Government daddy makes you feel like you're better than your counterpart, right? But your counterpart is the one that has to work. You're getting government daddy's handouts. And when you abandon said counterpart, is it only natural that said counterpart is going to go looking in a different direction? They're going to go looking for something else, or they're not going to be concerned with your issues primarily? I want to talk another form of neglect. I see a lot of crazy stories, man. I see a lot of wild stuff, and I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to do the whole not all game. If you've been listening to this channel long enough, we speak in generalities. And if you're going to be an individualist about every little thing, well, that's your issue. That's on fucking you. I'm not going to try to solve that. That's a problem you got to figure out. But we see it almost every day. Neglectful. We see black women who will get in fights in front of their kids, knocking their kids out the way to go fight motherfuckers. Is that not neglect? See babies get dropped. I saw a while back, I don't know if y'all remember the video, where the woman used her baby to cover her head in the rain because she didn't want to mess her weave up. Black women don't put their weave over their kids, right? I don't know any white women who is putting her extensions over her children. And yes, I said extensions for a reason, because white women have extensions. Black women do not have extensions. You guys wear weave. Now, if you get the Marley extension thing, then that's maybe a little bit different. But y'all don't want that. Y'all go get that other shit. That is not an extension. It's not an extension of your own hair. So I don't wear it. White women wear it too. They wear extensions. Y'all wear weave. So will neglect their own children for the sake of themselves. We've seen it time and time again. Like I say, fights. You see every time you see these people brawl in front of their children. Don't give a damn. You see them neglect their children, making them fight, making them get into shit that sometimes these kids don't even want to get into, right? I've seen women leaving the kids at grandma's house so they can go out and party and do all this and have another one to leave at grandma's house so the other one has company, right? So you're doing a lot of neglectful actions too. And unprotected. This is what I wanted to talk about more so than anything else, right? Because this is a lie. This is a big lie. If you wanted to be protected, you would learn how to be protected. But you don't want to be protected. You just want to be in control, in command, and have say-so, have dominion over someone else. The black community is already a matriarchy, so I don't know what else you guys want. But how many stories, and I want to focus on the one that just happened here recently in Houston, have we heard like this? Oh, I done started some shit. Somebody's reprimanded me for my actions. I don't like it. So I'm going to send some dumb, goofy ass, simp black nigga to go handle my problems for me. And what is he going to do? Take it overboard. Because these women either lie, embellish, however you want to fabricate, whatever makes it soft enough for you to accept what I'm saying, the truth. You have jealous ex-girlfriend, baby mama, whatever it is, wanting to fight the new bitch because she still wants the nigga hanging out in the doorway. And I guess her and her friend tried to jump her and he's holding them off. Not that he beat them up, not that he did anything egregious. They're mad because he's correcting their behavior, right? Hey, get him. He's the one. And these dumb broads on live showing it all to the whole world, right? So you tell this nigga don't have, you know what kind of nigga it is. This nigga probably knows that you still in love with this other nigga because you fighting over this other nigga. So he's a simp. He's a weak ass man too. I guess this is my opportunity to get him out the picture. And you shoot this nigga and run his pocket. You commit a series of felonies live on camera. Open and shut case. Because your name was said and everything else. Let me jump in the chat real quick. I see you. Tricks me for I said, lady asked me where to find bread last week. I was shopping with my kids. I told her where to find the bread. She thanked me and went on about my day. Exactly. I shop online. Terrible. I think most people, well, not most, but a lot of people are doing that. Black men, the only men who openly diss their women? Okay. So who's been dissing who since, let's say, the late 80s? Right? Who put themselves first when there were certain civil rights movements? Who said, nah, we don't care about being black as a whole. We care more about being a woman. And then when that didn't work out for you, you want the black men to put you back on the pedestal. Black women have been shitting on black men for decades. On your various shows. I mean, you've made plenty of shows off the back of this, these actions. And now, men are tired of the bullshit. And like I say, men call you out for your poor behavior. And you get mad about it. You defend the behavior. You take the behaviors personally, as if the behavior is you, as if the behavior is something that you cannot change. I'm going to eat these Welch's fruit snacks as I continue to read the chat. Yes, I am a victim blamer. I have a secret to tell you. A nappy is a diaper, like a napkin or knapsack. Being nappy-headed is the bandana scarf showing here, not your hair. So it's okay for me to say, these nappy-headed hoes. I'm going to tell you, speaking of shit on the head, a black woman that will wear a bonnet in public is a threat to society. Okay? Because that woman in that video had a bonnet on her head. No, like, that's some inside, like, you got inside the house wear, you got outside the house wear. Bitches who go to their kids' schools in robes and bonnets. Remember, like, they were so bad. And that's a fucking black school. Like, can't even present themselves decently. This has had to be a black principal to tell them, like, to tell the fucking parents. And we know who's going up there. To stop wearing bonnets and robes and actually put on clothes to fucking go handle what you would think is important business, right? Yep. Somehow, some way, we don't know that. I see it all the time. That, like, how are you that comfortable? Now, I don't understand. It's like walking around a fucking shower. I'm about to go in a few minutes, right? Y'all already know what's about to happen. Y'all can see my power level starting to rise. I'm trying to be really calm. I really am. I'm about to go off in a minute. Just give me some time. Let's see. Let me make sure I want to, Joshua Mother Great Society happen. You tell the black man for Big Daddy come exactly. Shout out to Wise. Like who the fuck started saying Slay? You already know who it is. Black man started running off. Yeah, that's right. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Let me see. Donahue Open, exactly. I mean, I hate Ricky Lake the most, bro. I don't know why, dog. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Men are just now starting to talk, and you got a decent dude who's saying some stuff, and the fucked up part about it, right, is the man speaks on actions, behaviors, coming from a good place. But because certain people are so ingrained in trash behavior, they feel like it's an attack on him. And it's not that they can attack anything that he says. So, because he's chastising poor behaviors that are continuing to ruin the black community, he's a bad person. He's gay. But y'all still all the gay people slang, right? So, what the fuck is up with that? But anyway, remember a couple of years back, Unprotected, right? This is the kind of protection y'all want. Y'all want a bunch of dumb niggas to just run out and be crash dummies for you. That's what black women want. Yeah, we're unprotected. I want to run around, do whatever the fuck I want, behave like an ignorant child, and fucking fighting KFC in front of my kids getting away, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? You got strangers picking your kids up and moving to the side. I'll encourage my fucking baby daddy to shoot somebody in front of my children. I'll encourage these niggas to throw their lives on the line. A couple of years ago in Philly, public transit bus. I believe it was a white man sitting down, a black chick wanted a seat or something. Or she did something, basically got into it with her. The dude did nothing to her. She gets mad because he corrects whatever little behavior he has or says something about it. She calls a bunch of niggas up to come shoot the bus up at the next fucking stop. Saying that the man beat her up and did all this other lying. Right? So, and they shot the motherfucker up, a bunch of dumbasses. You can see them all on camera. They went to fucking jail, bro. But you know what, Heidi? Those commercials where you see black fathers, they're always with white wives, right? Think about it. Anyway, I carry on. Well, Heidi, this is the thing, right? Because the men have come to a consensus here. And if you would join the Discord, asshole, you would see that. We talk about this all the time. We as men, as a whole, we come in and we talk about these conversations where the men are failing doing bad. We shit on them as they should be shit upon. If you're into that kind of thing, Cleveland Steamer style. And we move on because everybody's in consensus that shit is trash behavior. Nobody says, well, you know, he might have had a hole in the condom, or he might have, like, nobody does that. Like, so that's why people in here complain. We don't ever talk about men, or in the Discord, we don't ever talk about them. We talk about them all the fucking time. But no one disagrees or nobody supports niggas when they have trash behavior. Like, we've had to talk about that little goofy girl for forever in here, right? Because people see a black woman about to kill another black woman, unprotected, and trying to justify this shit for weeks on end. As a black man, that nigga deserved to die, and I hope he burns in hell. The little rap nigga, we was talking about that shit the other day. He should have been clocked out. You out there stealing, my nigga. Like, that's lame ass shit. Nobody justifies it. You know what I'm saying? I do excuse it. I say the black women are bitch. No, don't stop it. Me calling I can condemn black men for their behavior and call black women bitches too. So I mean, look, I can point fingers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I can even point fingers at myself. So it's not an issue. But keep going, Heidi. I like when you get me fired up. Keep putting the gas on because I need the juice. But so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The only way these things get corrected are that black women have to change their behaviors, because black men are changing. Black men are not engaged. You got a lot of them same niggas who are they're gonna be there because women gravitate to that shit. But what sensible black men are doing, and this is where y'all complain, because y'all go get knocked up, have a bunch of kids, y'all wanted to fuck with, you know, Tyrone, Ray, Pookie, and all that other shit, right? Whatever the name. I'm coming up with my own little ghetto names. I know some ghetto ass names. Them shit so ghetto they might be copyrighted. But you know, y'all go fuck with these niggas, have 2 or 3 kids from them niggas, and then the niggas who doing good for themselves that y'all dissed in high school, because trust me, we all, every last one of us has a story. You know, I remember bitch, I didn't want to give me no ass in fucking high school. I seen that bitch working at Popeyes. You know, you need to hit me up sometime. No, if I need some chicken, I'll just come back through the drive-thru. You know what I'm saying? When the chance I tried to, when you wasn't fucking with me, you know, it is what it is. So, again, that's how it always goes, right? So then y'all want to talk about, oh, they ain't shit, or they act like this, or they think they this, that, and other. They're going with Becky, and they're doing that. Go where you're treated. I told y'all a while back, right? There's this thing called SYSBM, Save Yourself Black Men. And the first time I heard about this shit, I was outraged. I was like, oh, these pussy ass niggas, these traitors, they're treacherous, you know, all this shit. Man, look, Jack, the more I've been paying attention to the modern black woman, I encourage you to save yourself, black man. Go where you're treated best. Like, y'all know, even for in here a long time, I told y'all my thoughts, my feelings on interracial dating and venturing out and all those things. I would be an asshole to continue to perpetuate that shit. Because I don't think that there are enough good black women for the black men that are out there. Right? And every black woman's going to think, well, I'm good, I'm this, y'all individualize it. You don't look around you. You never pay attention. It's always me, 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 me. But as a whole, I don't believe so. Because I know plenty of grown men, no children, at a certain age, doing well for themselves and looking for something quality. But you hit that 25 mark, shit, every black chick is pregnant and popped out maybe 2 or 3 by then, right? Who wants to deal with baby daddies? Who wants to deal with all that extra shit, right? But y'all expect you're not a real man. This is the type of shit. This is the type of shit you see floating around. You're not a real man if you can't accept me as I am. You know that you have. You'll sit here and talk about, oh, we got PTSD from this, that, and the third, right? You know you have problems, but you expect someone who's not a licensed professional to deal with your shit on a daily and commit to you. Not only you, to your crazy children that you raising, the fucking baby daddy that you dealing with. Like, you want motherfuckers to come and deal with that shit. When they says, you know what? I could deal with Keisha and the kids, or what's the one trending on TikTok? Kaylin. I could go kick you with Kaylin over here, one deep. Like, where do you think they're gonna go? Kaylin's gonna treat me very nicely. And she smiles and doesn't complain about it. Keisha gonna wake up with a mean mug. I don't know if this bitch wanna fight me, shoot me. I can't get no breakfast. I can't get no dinner coming home from. I ain't my dude. Save yourself. Go where you're treated best. Explore all of your options because you have plenty. No matter who you are. As a man, whether you're white, black, pink, purple, gray, orange, or green, you have options. And I implore all of you to explore all of them. You know, don't feel like you're limited in any way, form, or fashion. Excuse me. A minus, Heidi. A minus, Heidi. Let's see. There's a new team. So that's terrible, right? Like, I never thought I'd be that guy. I'm not team. I'm just team. I'm team options. That's my new thing. Hashtag team options. If you have options, and I'll say now, what works for you may not work for me. And I'm encouraging other people because I have my own preferences. I have my own set of rules. But I wouldn't suggest that somebody to do exactly what I do or go my route. I say go where you're treated best. My current situation is where I feel as though I'm treated best. I have a wonderful black woman that smiles, that cooks, that takes care of home, that does all the things that I request. So to me, these are rare. You're not gonna. And you know, we have to work with each other on certain things. There's no perfection. I got my issues, you know, and she has her issues. But the thing about it is, it's not a roadblock when we discuss these things. Take me as I am. We both want growth for ourselves, right? So I don't think, like I said, a lot of things that we talk about, I feel fortunate because I have that. A lot of niggas have been in situations where they're never going to get anything close to that. And so I say, go out where you're going to find it, where you have options. But if the neglect, the disrespect, and the protection is to ever change, black women as a whole are going to have to change their mentality because this is the shit like I say, that woman right there that I told y'all about in the beginning, would anybody like to guess what profession she has? Well, Heidi, you know, I still have a small legal issue that I'm dealing with. And as soon as that legal issue is cleaned up, well, it won't be any more of all the single ladies. And that's the only thing keeping me from moving forward with my situation. So I have no qualms. I have no issues about that. I just don't want to be, to me, and there's a long story behind it, trailing back, whatever. I don't want to be under the watch of the government while I'm doing something like that. Some people, that doesn't matter, but it just sounds like a whack ass thing to me. So as soon as that's done, at the latest, next January, I'll be a married man. Maybe before then if other things go right. But, so you'll eat your hat? No, if I get married, you have to come in the Discord and you have to get on camera and you have to call into the den. That's gonna happen. It's not a big deal. Like I'm like, why not lock down a good thing? If I'm happy, I tell you how happy I am all the time. Even with the ups and downs you've had, I tell you that so why wouldn't I lock it down? Why would I want to get back and go into the field where I see all these people complaining, all these people are miserable, all these people are upset? You know, I have no problem with that. But again, I just want to make sure I take care of some other things before getting to that, because I think that's a weird thing, right? I'll take those odds. Yes, a doctor. Did I say that earlier? Goddamn, did I slip up and say that, John? Or did you know that, or you saw that? But yes, a doctor, right? This is a doctor. This is an educated, well-to-do black woman, right? Probably has access to everything. I mean, you anything going on here, like, now I think being a doctor probably played into it, right? Because now I've worked so hard. I think we saw the fucking super self-righteous fucking doctors when they were talking about the jab. Just get the jab. I went to medical school for a long time. You should just get the vaccination because you don't know me, but I'm a doctor. Well, I play a doctor in porn movies, so how about that? Listen to me. Don't listen to me. But anyway. But all bullshit to the side, right? Like, she's a doctor. You're educated. You got other things going on. Like, this was such an issue to you that you felt so offended that someone wouldn't know that you're a doctor while you're shopping and ask you a simple question is, hey, do you work here? I think it would be much different if you said, hey, where do you put this up at? As just assuming. Then she asked you. You took it, and she explained, the way she explained it tells you why she overdid it. She made it into a thing. Middle-aged white woman, after she worked there. Then look what she says. When I looked at her blankly, answered back in a deadpan voice. So you basically initiated the rudeness, if you will, right? Yes, and it's the best. She said, but I'm a bad person if I go. Yeah, you are a bad person if you go off. And the lady giggled, so obviously she wasn't taking it personal. She wasn't, like, it'd be different if it was like, hey, you, where does this go? Well, I don't work here. Oh, well, and then she responded rude. The woman, like, giggled, like, again, like I say, I've never known anyone who says it's a chore to smile. I don't even like smiling myself. But I told her last time, you know how it goes. Like, there's only one group of people doing that. Like, and people wonder why this is a thing. Like, I don't see what you don't see. And so, like I said, it's hard to protect ungrateful people. You know what I'm saying? People who say, the same people who sit here all day and say, I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I don't need this, that, and the third. But when it goes wrong, when things start to go haywire or something happens, well, why didn't you protect me? Well, you don't need a man. If you don't need a man, you don't need a man in any aspect whatsoever. For assistance, guidance, input, help in an altercation or financially or any of these things. But a lot of these same ones who say I don't need a man definitely are in bed with Uncle Sam, right? So, again, this darn black patriarchy, you know, that we're under, right? So, I'm trying to see what I call. Man, we were talking about Kwame Brown earlier in the whatchamacallit. Like I said, we'll probably go about like another 20 minutes. Okay. We were talking about Kwame Brown earlier, right? And I'm team Kwame Brown, dog. Like, y'all are, I'm not a fan of Matt Barnes, dog. Like, I think he's a fake tough guy. Like, whatever. I have my own thoughts about the whole Derek Fisher situation. You know, some folks disagree. These are just my thoughts. But, you know, I feel him for, like, I mean, look, he brought me up and, you know, a few things were said, this, that, and the third. Now, I didn't catch what Stephen A. said. Like, I don't know the Stephen A. aspect, but I've heard that, you know, Stephen A. said a lot of shit about him, so he wasn't too keen on. I didn't hear him going in on Stephen A., but I heard everything else. But here's the thing, Heidi. The women who are talking about the men who live on, men don't get welfare. The women live off the welfare. They don't play Madden. They what do they do now? They take pictures for the gram, and they twerk for the gram. That's what I'm saying. Like, who wants to protect that? Like, it's to the point, like, you can't, like, black people can't even stop shaking their ass in decent places, like in classy places. The black restaurant owner, where was that? I forgot what was it. Had to tell the bitch to get off the fucking table. Like, yeah, I get it. Back that ass up. Doesn't mean you have to do it. It's a fucking song, right? This ain't the fucking club. Like, motherfuckers shaking their, it was a bunch of bitches dressed like old bitches I guess it's a thing now where young black women dress up like old women and go drinking. Well, they're just preparing for what their future's gonna be. And then they stop it in the middle of the street in traffic, shaking their ass. Can't help it. Can't do nothing. Like, it's like, come on, dog. I don't fucking understand it. Who else does this? Like, when a black bitch gets excited about something, hey, and that bitch starts shaking ass, put her sticking her tongue out, like, you not have decent home training. Bitch, you can't say thank you. Hey, I really appreciate this. Hey, this makes me feel good. No, I don't have words to use, so I start shaking my ass and sticking my tongue out, right? Another little slight rant. I want to talk about these new yoga pants that are going around, these fucking super deceptive ass yoga pants, whatever they are. Somebody called them TikTok pants or something. They look kind of like they got like this netty material. It's a fucking man, I'm finna get on that. This fucking net material that makes your ass look better than it really does. I know. I look. I'm not falling for the okie doke. All right, I may look to properly analyze, but I'm not falling for the okie doke. I know it don't look like that. I know when all that shit get taken off, just bloop. All right, and I'm okay with the bloop. Just rock your bloop. You ain't got to be something you're not. See, women advertise, the way they put themselves out there is the initial lie. They always talk about niggas lie, women lie. Women lie first. Women lie by walking out of the house. All that fucking makeup, all the fucking eyelashes, and I'm talking about all y'all now. This ain't just black women, because I was like, oh my God, I'm starting to see so many people with these fucking lashes, and they look dysfunctional. That shit looks inconvenient. The nails, the fucking this shit, like what? They're like, women do dumb shit. The shit that makes your life more inconvenient in small ways, right? I saw a thing about a nurse. She was supposed to think that they talking about learn how to shoot with your nails and do this with your nails and all this with your nails. So you can. Why don't you just wear more functional nails? You know what I'm saying? Like that you don't have to do all that with. Why? Because you don't do this for men. Women always use this. We do this for men. No, the fuck you don't. You do it to compete with other women. Because niggas don't like that shit. Right? Not at all. Right? Again. Or men will tell you, nah, we don't like this, that dude. Well, I like it. You need to take me as far. Here we go back to that shit. But talking about those pants, right? And just talking about, like I say, like, there's a time and a place for everything. Like, the only time black women get it together is to go to the fucking club. They'll dress like trash at work. I told y'all when I had to take the little one, we took the little one to the urgent care. The only two black women in this bitch got bonnets on their head. At work, in an urgent care. And I guess if they tell them something, they wouldn't be woke enough, so they letting them fucking do it, right? AB, what's the motherfucking deal? So, like I said, but I was in the thing here, and she's got the fucking this whole thing on, this fucking net yoga, whatever shit is. I guess to make shit look like something. The fucking waist trainer, like what? Like y'all, why don't you just work out? Why don't you work out and diet properly? You know what I mean? Fucking the 4 foot long fucking eyelashes, caked up fucking face, looking two-toned, the shit in her head, the weave, not extensions. And it's just like, I promise. I think that, and y'all can feel how you want to, man, like no bullshit. I guess I gotta say the caveat, as I always do. I love black women. Right? And then black women get excited when I say that. Like I say, when I say I only date black women, I'm only attracted to black women. When black women get excited when you say that. But not knowing, I don't mean the majority of you. I'm disgusted by the majority of black women. Like the overwhelming majority. If it ain't natural, I don't want shit to do with it, dog. Like I have a hard time engaging in conversations with black women that aren't natural. Like I can't see you, like so if we're talking over a phone or something, I guess that's the thing. But if I'm actually looking, I'm not thinking about the conversation at all. I'm not thinking about your body. I'm not thinking about any of your other features. If you got that shit in your head, I'm thinking the most probably disrespectful shit about you in my head. That shit to me is a fucking complete turnoff. If I wanted that shit, I'd go date a white girl. Black women who wear that shit, why wouldn't a black man just, if he wanted that hairstyle, why wouldn't he just go date a white woman or date white women? Why not get the real thing? Y'all like real niggas, why wouldn't they want a real bitch? I'll just go get the real thing, right? Anyway. It's fucking disgusting. Like, think about it. Go out looking like a fucking actor, like a method actor or some shit. Like the fucking Joker. You putting on fucking cake in your face up, throwing on a completely different textured fucking shit on your head. Oh my God. Like it's, and as you wear this shit all day fucking every day. And then want these outrageous demands of people. And then you wonder why people look at you this way. It's because it looks like clown shit. I think a natural woman, whether it be dreadlocks, whether it's even she can rock a fade, whatever, the most beautiful black women in the world. I don't even care what the body. She can be BBW. She can be one titty can hang lower than the other. Like just that alone, the fact like to see her, not no extra shit. That's a huge sign that she's still gonna be crazy, but you're not gonna suffer with her a lot of the mental issues you're gonna deal with other black women, and I think a lot more of them are more tolerable and more open to understanding and growth, right? Because you don't have to fight past this wall of fucking makeup, wigs, eyelashes, eyebrow, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? The waist trainers, the ass shots, black people, white women trying to look like this. Bro, whose ass cheeks are doing all the fucking exploding? It ain't white women. I don't know one white bitches whose ass exploded yet. I know a lot of black bitches and got their shit shot up by some transgender in the back of a fucking hotel somewhere. They lost their life. Ass cheeks leaking out. The ass cheeks that blew out. Some of your favorite fucking singers. Fucking asses falling out on fucking live. Like, this is the shit y'all perpetuate. Ain't no niggas encouraging this shit. This is the shit y'all want. Because y'all got this weird belief. Y'all on that, what was her name? The one I used to put on display. Was it Sarah Bartman? Her name was something along that line. I can't think of it right now. Who's doing that? What black man is encouraging that shit? Oh, the rappers? That's who y'all look up to for advice? But when sensible black men who y'all claim when they do well for themselves, they leave the community, when they tell you what it is that they want, when they tell you what it is that they're looking for, all of a sudden, they're gays now. Or they're feminine, or they're not this. And they're pieces of shit for leaving. Oh, they don't go back to the hood. Why? Because y'all breed little U's, whether they be male or female. And the males, we talk about all the time, little emotional niggas with guns. Ain't no gangsters. A lot of these niggas is soft, just niggas with guns. Fear is a powerful motivator. A lot of these niggas y'all call gangsters and all this other shit, it's greed, it's jealousy, and envy. You know what I'm saying? All this robbing and stealing. A thief is a fucking jealous person. Somebody has something that they want. I don't fuck with thieves. I don't fuck with envious people. Like I don't have respect for thieves. That's why I say old buddy from Chicago. He deserved everything he got. And probably should have gotten more. Like, who respects a thief? And like I say, this new generation, jealousy, envy, people kill each other for no reason, the most fucking superficial shit, all this shit on the fucking internet, they need attention just like females. And so, what man who's done something with himself wants to be amongst that, right? Who wants to deal with your baby daddy who doing all this shit, right? Because again, just like this shit that happened in Houston when old buddy got shot in the doorway, because this goofy broad just, get him, yeah, yo, go do something to him. They can't think of nothing else but to shoot them. Hey, Black Lives Matter though, right? Right? Black lives don't matter to black people. It's very unfortunate. I wish they did, but here we are. Excuse me. Good grief. Nicki Minaj's ass, dog. Don't even want to talk about that, dog. Exactly. A coward with a weapon? Definitely. Now look, there is a limit to natural. You have to do the basics, right? Use lotion, okay? Just don't fucking cake your face up. Don't be black as me and you trying to look fucking light as Heidi. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, like I said, I had a delivery the other day, and I knew it. Because sometimes I'm in the Discord, I'm talking, I'll say stuff, and I say, I bet I know the race of this person by the order. It was a pickup at Walgreens, and it was for 2 different shades of blonde hair dye, right? And in this area where I'm at, it could be anybody. It could be white, it could be Mexican, it could be black. There's a diverse array of people, you know. in this side of town. And I said, I can't remember who was in there with me. And I said, I guarantee this is a black woman. The hair dyes were whatever, something Faria, Platinum Blonde, and then Revlon Ultimately Blonde, something like that. Because I'm just looking at the shit trying to make sure so many fucking ones. And I said, who dyes? Like, white women don't dye their fucking hair platinum blonde. Not like that, right? Only dark-skinned black women do that shit. And as I was getting there, and then I also could tell because there's no tip on the fucking order, so that tells you everything else you need to know. But as I dropped the fucking shit off, peeking through the blinds to her, I guess, to make sure, you gotta take a picture of all of this shit. They're peeking through the blinds to see what's going on. There's a dark-skinned black woman with a fucking towel wrapped around her head. To no surprise. We talk about oppression. You talk about disrespected. You talk about that. You disrespect yourself when you do this because you don't even like yourself. You don't like yourself if you are trying to change your skin tone. We talked about, I think we were in the Discord when we talked about Serena and how crazy that shit looked. Right? When she fucking, I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was a dude. Right? I didn't know that was Serena Williams when I saw the picture till, I was informed of what was going on later. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. Now, obviously, as someone levied the claim a week or so ago, self-hate. Self-hate is when you actually change yourself to look like something else because you don't like that part of you, whether it be your nose. You see all these women get up there, get a little high on the social ladder, and they get nose surgeries. They're fucking, like I say, gluing shit to their fucking head that don't look like nothing that comes out of their fucking head. Again, their cakes open and bleaching and doing all this. That's self-hate, right? Why can't you be as you are? Oh, because you hate yourself. So if you disrespect yourself all day by doing these things, going out looking like Bozo the Clown and everything else, you want people to respect that. You want people to respect parts of you that aren't even you. Like some of y'all, 40, 60, 80% of you ain't even you anymore. You know what I mean? Neglected. We talked about being neglected and doing the neglecting. Talked about how quick, we see a lot of our women willing to go out, put their kids to the side to go chase the new man, leave their grandma's house to go hit the club if there's some attention there. And again, yes, we know there's good women out there that don't do any of these things. I hate saying this to this point, like if you don't get it, you just choose not to get it. If it don't apply, let it fly. Like that's the thing a black woman said. A black woman said this in a video Trilla shared a couple of months back. That black women can't avoid an argument. But it's just simply best to walk away and not even engage. Even if it's not about you, black women can't avoid an argument. And I've seen this come true in a lot of situations. Situations where if it didn't apply to me, I don't care. I'm not going to address it. Okay, well, what you're talking about is true. And that's not me, so I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But you see people come to the defense of that all the time. I saw a video today, very sickening. It's real tough to watch. Some woman obviously said she had to go to work at Unit 6, so I'm assuming she's some type of security guard, prison guard. Wouldn't be likely. We know how that thing goes. And she left her kid with some dude. And on the video cam, you can see this nigga stomping the fuck out of her kid, slapping the fuck out of the kid. Looks like to be about a 3 or 4 year old girl. And she sent out a message, somebody help me find him and, do all this. Like, so who the fuck you leaving with your kid to the point where you can't find, you don't know nothing about this motherfucker? Like, and even in the text message, it was like, who is this? It's my some bull I was trying to get to know. Like, so you trying to get to know somebody, but you have no qualms about leaving your child with them. That's neglect, right? We talk about these stories time in, time again. And unprotected, again. You cannot protect somebody who doesn't want to be under your protection, right? You can't say, I don't need this, I don't want this, and all this other stuff. And then when shit goes flying off the rails, turn around and say, well, why didn't you just tell me you didn't need me? You didn't want my assistance? That my assistance wasn't good enough? And now all of a sudden, when something happens to you, well, you should, or you're not a man for this, that, and the third. It's sad when people hold other people to a higher standard than themselves. That just shows, again, like I said, a lack of self-esteem and belief in yourself. Yes, that K. Michelle chick. Yes, 17335. What's happening? Let me see if I'm missing anything. All right, Bailey. Talking about skin lightening, $10 billion. Oh, I'm sure. $10 billion industry, skin lightening, fucking hair weave, $10 billion. You want to talk about problems in the black community? You want to talk about keeping money in the black community? Who gives their money away first and fastest in the black community, right? The most educated group in the black community. Is that who does it, right? Because that's the claim, right? The most educated people in the country, right, hate themselves. They give their money away to other groups faster than anybody else. That doesn't seem like an educated thing to do. They don't even want to be themselves. And so, like I said, if this doesn't apply to you, then you shouldn't be mad. You should understand exactly where I'm coming from. If this does apply to you, well, you got two options. You can say, well, fuck you, Honcho, I'm going to be me, and you're entitled to that because I'm just a nigga on the internet with my own opinions. Or you can say, hey, maybe he does have a point there, and Heidi's a terrible person, so I'm going to listen to Honcho, not Heidi. Because Heidi's one of those crazy white liberals trying to hold the black people down. But I love you, Heidi. So that's really that. But, oh shit. It is about that time. Don't tell me I fried myself. Oh, we Gucci. Bet. Oh, Gucci, I almost fucked myself over, y'all. Oh, but again, y'all know how we do. After the streams, we slide into the Discord. Shout out to everybody. We had a little cam meet and greet session Saturday. What we're going to start doing in the Discord is Fridays after the Friday stream. We're going to have like a little meet and greet group in the cam room. You have to cam up to be in there. If you're not on cam, I'm going to kick you out, right? That's straight up. This just is what it is. And so what I'm actually going to probably have to do is I'm going to start checking all the privileges. Like if you haven't gotten on cam, you won't have the privileges to get in there. And you're going to have to get on cam. You'll get the privilege just to prove you can do it. And all of you, well, why can't I come in there? It's super simple. We all play by the same fucking rules. You either get on camera or you don't. Because a lot of you weirdos been fucking with the den for a long time. Y'all know what y'all know. I've noticed that we know what the majority of the men who fuck with the den look like. And this is what I wonder, right? This is a curious thought I have. And I'm going to leave y'all with this because I got to go. But I appreciate you and I love y'all, den folk. Even though it may sting some of y'all. I still fuck with y'all. I say this from a good place. We know what Wise, Trill, Wink, Dan, John, let's see, St. Lou. Some of y'all might not know who St. Lou is unless you're in the Discord. Even Memphis in the Discord. Miss Sarah, Miss Grace. Shout out to Lady Licious, wherever you may be. Who else am I maybe forgetting? Who was it? Broderick. I said Professor Trill. Man Up. AB. And again, if I missed you, but like I say, I just noticed though, especially as far as in the Discord, because we've been fucking with the Discord real tough for like a year and a half now. And if you're not a part of that, I'm gonna put it like this: the Discord can get addicting because of how good it gets at times, and I'm not saying that just like, oh, just get in here. It's not the Sauce Discord. It's the Den Discord's free. It's like anybody can come in there, but I think we'll start limiting it soon because it can get a little congested. But we know what all the fellas look like. Ladies, where are y'all at? Why are y'all hiding? I would definitely like to know because ain't nobody for the stalk y'all. We already know what y'all about. Ain't nobody chasing y'all down. We know what y'all on. But if we're all friends of the Den, as we say, I find it very strange that a big section of us know what most of us active folks look like compared to those who are active but just don't. So I think it's really weird. But with that being said, Bitcoin, Solana. I didn't get on Solana. I got some other shit. I'm mad. The Cardano. We talked. 35 get in the Discord. We were active in there, man. You got to fuck. We got actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because we got to make a coin room. We've been having a lot of crypto talk. We've been having a lot of investment talk. I mean, we've been having a lot of good conversations. There's even a church room in there. If Broderick ever does what he's supposed to, you know, it's been several Thursdays, right? And so we'd like to say we're trying to make it for everybody and all the different things going on. We're really trying to make that a real live jumping community for the den folk. But I get it. If you know you're addicted to good conversation, I would advise you not to come in there because it's going on almost all day. All right, I got to get out of here. But I appreciate y'all. I'll be in the Discord dashing a little bit, so come fuck with me. If you ain't in there already, well, shame on you. Let me put the link up. And the butt chin coin? Yeah, we know what Heidi looks like. That's what I'm saying. Heidi don't even talk. We know what Heidi looks like. Even though some people, even to this day, are very anti-Heidi. And then some people are very weirdly pro-Heidi. Somebody made a real weird comment about Heidi in the Discord the other day. Heidi has some fans and some, I wouldn't call them detractors, just she has some haters. But hey, as crazy as Heidi is, the den wouldn't be the den without Heidi. Might be a little bit better. No, I'm just kidding. Minus the racism. What would we do without all that subtle racism? Where's the fucking thing right here in my face? I loved it. I gotta get on that because I got some ideas to put on that. I'll put it on the YouTube. They'll cancel my channel if I put the shit on it I want to put on there. But like I say, Friday, if you want to join us, like I say, in the meet and greet room, you know, if you just want to come chop it up throughout the day, like I say, lots of content, lots of things get shared, lots of topics get had, and topics get had. That's weird. It's not how it's supposed to sound. Let me send a proper fucking link. Where is it at? Oh, right here. Duh. All right, this is how this goes. Only good for the next hour, and it only have 10 clicks. So if you ain't getting in the next hour or one of the first 10, then you'll have to wait till the next stream, or you're just gonna miss out. Let me get out of here because this is costing me change waiting here. Do 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 do. And bow. I am working the track on Bissonnet. Nah, not yet. I will be back to that though. I probably will do back to doing it. Anti-Heidi. Yes, there's definitely some anti-Heidi. There's the link right there, the Discord link. Make sure you get in there. Like I say, we'll be in a voice chat. I'll be in a voice chat here in just a couple of minutes. Make sure y'all come through. I will. What? Mashing and Popeyes shot there if you shot include 2 yards. That's crazy. Super crazy. But very believable, right? That's very unfortunate. But here's the deal, man. Hey, I fucks with each and every one of y'all, man. I thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for being a part of this community. Make sure you're following all the proper social medias. Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. The Den Show, of course, on YouTube. Den Show Live on Facebook. And if you fuck with that other platform, there's a fucking fly in here. You rude bitch. You see him on stream. You know, the one that starts with the T, which.tv, / Honcho Saucy, because I will be doing more stuff on that. I've been fucking off. I gotta like stream on there so I can get that shit active, because I kind of like it over there. There's some cool stuff to do over there. All right. With that being said, turn up produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool, but I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, y'all ain't gots to go home, but you gots to get the fuck on. I'm gone. It's your boy Ed Honcho, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Good night.